So I built a few Speed Champions cars recently, and I think it's time to build some more. And if we take a look at my build backlog pile, I've got 2 boxes left, and they're the Speed Champions double pack. So let's start off with this one here, 76909, the Mercedes-AMG F1 W12 E-Performance, a Mercedes-AMG Project 1. An F1 car and another car. Nice. And on the back of the box, it shows you the back of the car, some different angles of things, and some pictures of the real thing. So that's what they're supposed to look like. And this is what LEGO have come up with. So inside the box, we've got all of the numbered bags. Bag 3, 4, 2, and 1. So I'm guessing 2 bags for each of the cars. There's one of the instruction booklets. And, ooh, what's this? Oh, it's a little letter from LEGO saying we're in the process of switching from plastic to paper-based packaging. Huh. It's funny how this note came in a set that has plastic packaging, you know. And even to this day, it's still a bit of a mix, but I guess we'll get there eventually. So there's a sticker sheet, and another sticker sheet, and another instruction booklet, and a pack of the wheel rims. Very nice. So I'm going to start off by building this car here, the F1 car, which is one I'm more interested in. I don't really know much about the Project 1 car, but I like the F1 cars, so this is what I'll build first. And for that, I need bags 1 and 2, so I'm guessing it's the default first car anyway. I've just finished the first bag for the Mercedes F1 car. Really enjoying it. Interesting building techniques. Different to this race car over here. I know, and I do like to change up the way they do things, but yeah, I think I prefer building this one so far. Just got a few spare pieces, and I'm about to finish it with the second bag. I've finished bag 2, which means I've finished building the car. And yeah, I really like it. It's very cool. And something that surprised me is there's actually a couple of alternative pieces which you can use, which you get the extra stickers for, and obviously the extra parts. You can do some colour swaps and part changes to have an alternate look if you want to. So that's pretty nice. Nice little bonus. And there are a lot of spare parts as well, including this flex tube piece, which is spare. Next up is the Project 1 car. So we've got bags 3 and 4. And of course, with bag 3, we'll start building the base and the back of the car. Then bag 4, we finish it off. And then we're done. I'm halfway through the Project 1, and God, do you know what? Lining up stickers isn't always the best, but I think I'm doing okay. But the building technique to get this section done, very impressive. I'm a big fan of that. And just like that, I've finished the Project 1. So now that everything's built, let's take a closer look. First of all, look at all the spare parts. Quite a lot, but then again, you are building essentially 2 Speed Champion sets. You know, it's a double pack, so instead of just one car, you obviously got double the amount of spare parts, plus the alternate parts which you can swap out for the F1 car here, and then the alternate wheel covers for the Project 1 here. 2 minifigures included, a driver for each, male and female. They both come with a hairpiece. Well, she's got a hat and a hairpiece kind of dual molded thing going on, but they both have basic black helmets if they want to do some racing in the cars, and there is 1 wrench included which can be used to help swap out the wheel covers. Taking a close look at the minifigures, then we can see that they're kind of appropriate outfits, especially for the F1 driver there. The outfit is pretty spot on, I would say, with all the appropriate branding and logos that we've got on there. Like, yeah, that's pretty nice. Even printing on the hips and on the legs. No dual molding or anything, and no printing on the arms. And then just the same AMG Patronus logo on the back. The minifigure does not have any alternate face print or anything, just a basic Lego City style one. But it's nice that it comes with the hairpiece. Or, of course, you can put his helmet on instead. And then the driver for the Project 1 car has a more casual outfit with just basic dark grey legs. Nothing too special there at all. But I like the torso. It's just a casual jacket, you know. It's still got the branding on there. The font is a little bit smaller. You can see just AMG there. And then a little logo and suggestion of text on the front. But I like the colour scheme. Pretty nice. Starting off with the Project 1 then, I mean, if you built Speed Champion sets like these ones or any others in recent years, the building techniques are just so impressive. Each time, you know, each car is unique, and each time I'm doing it, I'm thinking, oh wow, that's really clever how they got the back end to kind of clip in and how they created the shapes. And the front here, very impressive. Like this front piece, it's just kind of, it's not even securely attached, but it fits in so snug. It's not going to fall out or anything, but it's so clever. I could not create something like this from scratch. I just wouldn't know where to start. My Lego car building techniques are nothing like this. Sure, there's a few random colours showing through there, but yeah, the techniques, the upside down, studs on the side, you know, there's all sorts is going on here. And one of my favourite things is definitely the way they got this kind of tail fin piece to be wedged in there so perfectly, just to create that aerodynamic look. It's so right, and it's pretty accurate to the real thing as best I think Lego could get it in this scale. And if we take a look inside, some interior details, enough room for 2 minifigures, which is pretty cool. Although the seats look a little bit basic and kind of awkward, I would say, with these modified hinge bricks sticking out there. I don't really know what's going on with that. But it does have some details in there with the console and the steering wheel. Although the steering wheel is kind of awkwardly off-centered compared to where the minifigure sits, so the hands aren't quite going to be in front of it. But, you know, I guess you can just pretend, right? Minifigures can't actually drive the cars, unfortunately. Although, I'll be honest, my least favourite thing, in fact, I would just call it the worst thing about this car in particular, is the striping here. As you can see, it's done with stickers. It really needed to be prints because, oops, with the stickers, obviously you've got these gaps here. It just does not look good at all. There's no way you can line it up or anything because there's going to be gaps somewhere. So yeah, that definitely needed to be a print, Lego. I mean, you've got prints here for the headlights. Otherwise, everything else is stickers. So I think, you know, they easily could have been stickers. But yeah, these 3 parts, maybe you could have done a sticker for the blue there, but for the 2 grey slopes here, with the blue sticker, it needed to be prints instead. And then you got this brick here with 3 different stickers on it, which, you know, you got to be careful how you line things up and get it all colour consistent with the black and everything, because in the instructions Lego get you to centre the stickers, but if you centered the sticker on the part, then you have these weird gaps all over the place and kind of like that, not great. So at least with the black I could kind of wedge it in the corner there to get it more consistent, but yeah, some things definitely need to be prints. And the AMG branded grille down the front there, that's also a print. So it goes to show they can do edge-to-edge printing, just why didn't they do it there? I'm not going to let it go, because to me that really lets down this set. Another thing I would mention, I would say that this car is definitely more, well, you can play with it, but I think the Speed Champion sets these days are definitely aimed at more car enthusiasts and car collectors rather than, you know, a Lego City fan, for example, because whilst the building techniques are pretty clever and inventive, there are some parts which I think are a little bit, I don't know how well they would last for play. For example, this bit here, I just feel like it wants to come apart, you know. It's on there, it's not loose or anything, but I feel like that's something to keep an eye on. But otherwise, pretty impressive. Now, if we turn our attention to the F1 car itself, pretty nice. If you're into F1, I feel like you can recognise this straight away. Even at the scale that it's in, it's not going to be a one-to-one accuracy or anything. And yes, let's say straight off the bat, the wheels are probably too small and the wrong tyre type. But, you know, that's the obvious nitpicks, really. Otherwise, it's a very impressive job, I think, Lego have done here. We've got a print for the Mercedes logo down there, but otherwise everything else is a sticker. These tiles here, the red with the black on it, that's also a print. But something that's lacking, I feel like it's really letting it down, is that the Lego have used the game controller piece to represent the steering wheel, which is pretty accurate, but there's no sticker or no print on it, so it's just so blank. And yeah, that really bugs me, because I know this is a slightly older set, but in the newer F1 car, which came out in March 2024, you can see they've got a print for it. Even if Lego left it with the original game controller design on there, that would have been better than leaving it blank. So, yeah. But whilst we have the 2 cars together, we can do a quick size comparison, which will be handy to see to some of you. So look at that, the wheels line up perfectly. They're definitely in the same scale as each other, which is great, because maybe you want to have a little, you know, role-playing action, have a little race between the 2. You can definitely do that, because they're the same size, and it just works. Although out of the 2, this one obviously from last year, this one from this year, I would say this one has more complicated building techniques, but I preferred putting together this one, because there's some really clever techniques to get this tail fin piece wedged in here, and use these T-bars here. It's just really clever to add some more details and things. At first I was thinking it's a little bit flimsy. You can see the wiggle there, just kind of the way it's locked in with the axles and the wheels, but you know, that works, right? It's not going to fall off, it's locked in there, but it has some flex to it, which I think is okay. You've got the halo built up with the Technoflex tube. You can lift that up, pop your minifigure in there. It's got the 4 studs, so maybe they should have done 2 studs and 2 studs tile or something, just so the minifigure doesn't get stuck or anything. Got some studs on the side, kind of building techniques going on here to do the shaping. So otherwise, it's pretty nice. And the tyres, yeah, maybe they're not the wrong tyres, but the wheel covers on here, it's nice that they got something. In terms of value, I paid full price for this set, £40, which obviously is expensive. I did want it to be on sale, but it's one that isn't really discounted anywhere. I've seen a lot of these Speed Champions double pack sets don't really go on sale compared to the single cars, which is strange because especially nowadays where Speed Champions cars are £21 each or £40 for 2, you know, there's a slight saving in there. Not as big a saving as we'd like, but if you can get this on sale for 20% off or close to £30 maybe, I think you're onto a real winner here. Because I find sometimes with these double packs is you get one really desirable car and then one that's less so. Like, for example, I was more interested in the F1 car, not so much in the Project 1. But it was enough to tempt me. If you like this for one of the cars, you know, you got separate bags, separate instructions, separate sticker sheets. So you could just buy it and sell off the other car if you really don't like it. But this double pack is probably one of the better ones. Tell me what you guys think. Do you have it? Are you planning on getting it? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all next time for another LEGO review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel, or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends.